Rolls-Royce has had their earnings report, and as you can see, the stock is up 15% today. So we're going to take a quick dive into what that earnings report said and why the stock has performed so well off the back of it. So if we come and take a look at the Rolls-Royce report, we'll scroll down to the table that they've shared first. So the revenue has grew by 2.5 billion in a year. The operating profit has grew by just under a billion. The operating margin has grew by 3%, 3.5% roughly. The profit before tax has shrunk, but the earnings per share has grown, and they now have doubled their free cash flow for 2024, and the return on capital is getting higher. So they performed very well overall, and we're going to look at what they're doing with this. So as you can see, they now are announcing a dividend of 6 pence per share, and they've announced a £1 billion share buyback, which will be completed throughout 2025. So this is really good. This shows that the company themselves value the stock quite high, which is probably one of the main driving factors for that increase in the price as well as the well performance. And the future outlook, we can see that they've upgraded the midterm targets. So the underlying profit is being upgraded to 3.6 to 3.9 billion, which is a 15 to 17% operating margin, and their cash flow is due to grow even further. So if we look at the cash flow now, it's sitting at 2.4 billion. They expect this to go up to 4.2 billion to 4.5 billion. So they see some significant growth coming out of this. If we look at the full performance summary, they've been growing the operating profit margins, and they've got sustainable cash flows, which is obviously better for the overall financial health of the company. They've included a little bit on their transformation over the last couple of years. So some of the highlights is being named as the preferred supplier for small nuclear modular reactors by the Czech Republic government. The growing capacity, I think they've got a new factory opening up in Derby that has 1,000 employees. So they're growing their abilities to produce more, which is obviously going to be more revenue if the orders stay there. They've got an important nuclear submarine contracts with Australia and the UK government now, so that'll start trickling into the funds over the next few years. Another thing I wanted to highlight was the efficiency of Rolls-Royce. So they've been able to deliver £350 million of savings by the end of 2024, and they expect to deliver benefits of over 500 million in 2025 as a result. This savings will just continue going forward. It may shrink because the more savings you make early on, the less you can make further up the line, speaking from experience. But it's good to see that they've been able to make themselves more efficient, as obviously that's helped the performance. So if we look at the outlook for 2025, they're expecting an underlying operating profit of 2.7 to 2.9 billion. So that's roughly 15 to 25% increase off the top of my head, and a free cash flow of 2.7 to 2.9 billion, which again is roughly a 15 and 25% increase in cash flow. What does this mean for Rolls-Royce? Obviously they're performing really well at the minute, and their upgraded outlook suggests that they believe they're going to continue to perform at this level, which is obviously great for shareholders. In my personal opinion, I would like to see it get close to its all-time high again, if not further. But it's looking like it could go that way. They still see growth to come out of the company. They still think that they're going to get more efficient, which is obviously all benefits to us. With their dividend coming back, I think that will also encourage more people to invest in the stock. Obviously they've got to live up to the expectations, really. I would be interested to know what your opinions are. If you are a shareholder of Rolls-Royce, or you have been in the past, or you've just been monitoring the stock, Let me know your reaction to these earnings. I mean, if you've had a negative reaction to the earnings, I'll be quite surprised, because I think everyone's very happy. But let me know what your future outlook is for Rolls-Royce. I need to do some proper analysis after these earnings so I can see where I think it may go. But I'm quite positive on Rolls-Royce. I have been for a while. I will remain to be. So yeah, that has been Rolls-Royce's financial report. If you've enjoyed what you've watched, please leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this. And let me know in the comments what you think and what you want to see in the future. And I'll see you in the next one.